Hi there, and welcome to the Homestead Education Podcast. Do you have a homestead, farm, or just dream of a rural life? This is a show to help you and your kids grow your own food and grow as a person. I'm your host, Cody Hanner. I'm a homesteader, homeschool mom of 6, and small town enthusiast. I was raised by an old school rancher and blessed by the grace of God to have been exposed to so much of what rural life has to offer. Join me every week to talk about homesteading, homeschooling, and growth with a homestead education. Hello, friends. I'd like to thank you for listening to the first episode of the Homestead Education. I want to start by sharing with you that not only has agriculture, along with farming and ranching, been a huge part of my life, I have always been drawn to teaching about my life's passion. So why didn't I become an ag teacher, you ask? Well, being the homeschool mom of 6 that I am now, I can solidly tell you that I would have never had the patience for that line of work. I've actually always preferred working with animals, and I had dreamed of working with the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture, as a food safety inspector. In my next episode, I'll tell you how that went. Fast forward to what led me to sitting in front of my mic today. After a huge life-changing event, I began my homestead and homemade blog, Homemade Revelation. This inspired me to write my one-of-a-kind homeschool curriculum on homesteading, researching so many other bloggers and podcasters. And I have a little secret. I don't watch YouTube, even though I have a small YouTube channel myself that I'll occasionally video my podcasts and post to. I also attended homesteading events and really started thinking about my stance on this amazing lifestyle, especially the last couple of years, starting with COVID. I realized a lot of what other people were seeing at the same time, that as a society, we need to be more self-sufficient, community sufficient, and less reliant on the supply chain for many of our goods, services, and even education. This thought is from when I was in college. I read a sociological study on the downfall of the modern man as the head of the household. Now, I would love to find this article again and dive deeper into it with you guys one day. But basically, it discusses how societal changes after World War II led families, both physically and symbolically, to move away from the multi-generational family farm. It went deeper into men working outside the family unit, the rise in divorce rates, and work ethic in children. However, what stood out to me in this piece was that it also discusses how children are no longer raised, taught, and educated by their parents and the multi-generational family on the farms and homesteads anymore, therefore leading to a breakdown of many facets of our society. So like I said before, one day I'll dissect this article more in terms of self-sufficiency on a personal and community scale. I just want to use my own thoughts and curiosities of these systems to lead myself and my guests down the road of growth. Growth on the homestead, growing your own food, growth in self-reliance, and growth as a person for you and our next generation. On my podcast, I will be talking about homesteading, homeschooling, and personal development. I plan to cover agriculture, social sciences, self-help avenues, parenting, and anything else that speaks to me and that I hope you will gain something from. I will also strive to come to you from a real perspective on this lifestyle that we are all in pursuit of together. Well, thank you for joining me today at the Homestead Education, and I hope that I have given you something to think about this week. To help others find me, please comment and leave a review on your favorite podcast player. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Homemade Revelation. Do you have questions that you'd like answered or just want to say hi? Please email me at hello@thehomesteadeducation.com. Until next time, keep growing.